Hello everyone, this is Coffee Chug and I'm here today to talk to you about the new default browser, Microsoft Edge, that comes with all Windows 10 machines. And so this is going to be another series in the Microsoft vlogging series of mine. We were already talking a little bit about Windows 10 in general, and this is going to be another playlist of videos going through all the tips and tricks and benefits to Microsoft Edge. Now, just a couple things. In your Windows 10 machine, something that you haven't had before is you have two browsers. You have the Internet Explorer browser, which we've always had, and you also have the Edge browser. And so when you're searching in your apps, for those that do prefer Internet Explorer, you just simply search. It is in there. It's right there. But your default browser is the Edge. Now, if you want to change that for any reason, because what I feel right now with the Edge is that it's an optional browser. It's something that everybody's getting used to because it feels and it plays differently than a Chrome or Internet Explorer. But I really like it, and I'm starting to see more and more connections to the way the internet's being used, the way the internet is being manipulated in terms of touchscreen interactiveness, and it's more than just typing things into this infinite space online looking for things. People are using it and developing in new ways, and I think Microsoft Edge, as it continues to expand and grow and build more options, is going to be that next game-changing tool with the way we view, perceive, and interact with online content. But if you wanted to do that, if you just have a touchscreen and you side swipe on the right hand side over to your settings, you can go up here, and if you type for searching default app settings, you can go through and see all your default apps. And so if you're a web browser, you don't want the default to be Edge, you can change that to Internet Explorer, or if you're a Chrome user, but you can see this is what it's recommended for, and that's what I use. I keep it as the default. I do use Chrome. I do not use Internet Explorer that often, but Edge and Chrome are my two go-to as I go through. But you can do that for all of these options, and so that's also maybe a Windows 10 feature, but in case you are a diehard Internet Explorer, that's where you can switch it. A couple things about the Edge. It's nice to have Edge to continue to play and dabble with, but the Internet Explorer, obviously, it's good to have on hand because there is still that occasional website that we're going to come to that the Edge just doesn't quite play well with, I guess, for lack of better terms. And so the other thing that's nice for those that are still reluctant to change, a couple things here, and obviously you can see that I got this screen here. I'm going to go through and kind of show you how to set up your Microsoft Edge and kind of go through this, import your favorites and meet Cortana and so forth. But you've got some different options up here. And so, sorry about that. Over here, let's just take a look at kind of how this all operates here a little bit. Obviously, this is your back and forward. This is your reset, and so you can see, unlike Chrome, my Chrome browser is loaded with all sorts of extensions and things. It's very simple, it's very plain, it's very nice and easy. You have here, this is going to be your reading view, which we'll talk about here in an upcoming episode. Here is where you can favorite anything or add it to a reading list if you prefer. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. This is your hub, which kind of keeps track of everything. This allows you to actually write and make a web note, which we'll talk about soon. This allows you to share the web note that you create. And these three dots here in the more give you some different options. And so here you can see a new window. If you want to create a brand new browsing experience from scratch, you can do it in private window. Okay. Nothing is saved, so it's kind of like the incognito in Chrome. You can zoom, make things larger, smaller. You can cast media to a device. So you can use this if you want to. Sometimes I hook this up to my projector. I can cast something right to that. You'll find on your page, it's like searching. If you want to find a word or a name or something like that. So if I go over here to CNN and I go find on page, you can see that it pops up right up here. And I can type in soccer. I can see there's 3 hits. Obviously it highlights them. And I can go through and find them throughout. And there's some different options, whole word and case. The other thing is you could pin this page to start. So let me find a different one just so I can show you. Let's go ESPN here. And let's say I want to pin this to start. This is a pretty nice thing. You got your favorite websites that you like. I click this, pin to start. If I go down here now to my apps, let's see, I should have ESPN. Where did it go? Let's try that again here. Oh, I forgot to hit yes, sorry. There it is, yes, I want to pin that. Okay. Sorry about that dumb moment. There it is. And now I can just drag that up here. I've already got a section for websites that I like. There it is, right there on my app tool desktop. Alright. Next we just developer tools, which may not be your cup of tea, but there are all these different things in here which we'll get into much later once we get past basic information. But we're not going to mess with that too much right now. This one is what for some of you who like Internet Explorer. If you're on the edge and you're sampling, experimenting, you just want to get back to Explorer, there it is. You click this and it's going to open it up right to Internet Explorer, whatever the pages that you're on. It'll load it up and away you go in your old school ways. And the last is settings. So here are some things that you can do. You can make your theme light, you can make it dark. So you've got that. You can open with the start page, a new tab page, previous page. You can pick how you want it to open up with your favorite settings. You can sync your content across all your devices, your reading style, fonts, all that good stuff is all right there in the settings for you. And so you've got all those different options there at your disposal. So a couple other things. When you create a new tab on Windows Edge, is when you go to search, this is not even going to search the web, but it'll search everything. And so I can go in here and type in Minecraft. It's going to do this Bing search for me. I'm going to be able to find all these things that I need as I go through, which is really pretty handy. So these are your top sites that you use, and you can customize these. You can drop any of these out that you want. So if I don't want like Yahoo Mail, I get that right out of there. I don't want Wikipedia. You can go up here and you can customize and pick the things that you want. Alright, so I like that. I like sports. I can just keep all that going there as I go through. We're in good shape. So there's that. Okay. And then it's going to adapt, and I've got all these things in my news feed that it'll continue to adapt as I use it more and more. And that's what's really exciting about this. So this is your next page when you go to search for anything on the internet. And so with that, when you finally get ready to use Microsoft Edge, you're going to get this screen. First thing you can do is import your favorites into the hub, and you can pick what you want, Internet Explorer and Chrome. You could also turn your favorites on or turn to have those off. I'm going to keep them off, and I'm not going to import anything. I like mine fresh and clean. But say you wanted to bring that over from Chrome or Explorer, you have that. The second thing is you can set up Cortana if you haven't already done so. And so you can start to search all these different things and she can start to set things up. The more you use Cortana, the more you use Edge, the more they start to sync and get in line, and things just really start to flow. And so you can get going here in the notebook. Okay, all these things you can start to have it cater to you and who you are, connecting your different accounts, who you are, all these things, and we'll get into this in a much later date. Here are just your reminders. Here are things that Cortana can help with, if you're interested in that. Alright, and the last thing is just providing any sort of feedback. So you can dabble in that if you want to. We're going to discuss Cortana in a later series. The third thing is writing on the web. And so if you have a Surface, you can use your pen, and it's really, really nice. Otherwise, you can just click up here and use your mouse. And so if you want to work on writing, doodling, highlighting, so here I'm going to try to do this maze. Okay, see if I'm smart enough here to figure this out. Let's see, there it is. Boom. There it is. Okay, I can go up here. I could highlight if I wanted to highlight that I really wanted that. I can type a message if I wanted to. Okay, I can drag and copy a region if I really like that. Alright, so now it's copied. I've got all these different things that I can do. Here's my erase. I really didn't like some of that highlight. Or I want to erase some of that. Okay, then I could save it if I wanted to. I could save this web note. Alright, I'm going to save it to... we'll just save it to my unfiled notes here. There it is, it was saved. Now I could share this if I wanted to. I could pick one of these options if I wanted to share it out. Okay. Testing out web notes for tutorial on Microsoft Edge. Microsoft Edge. There. Tweet that out. Boom, there it is. I can exit out of there. Okay, so we're good to go now. We are started, ready to rock and roll. So, there's a couple things to get going. We've got many more videos on Cortana. I will put in the show notes these two things to learn more, a little bit about Microsoft Edge from the Microsoft website, a little bit more about what is the web note, which we just did. It's really, really exciting. This is going to be a game changer for students and for yourself. It saves everything on there. It's just, I don't know how to explain it in words. We're going to dive into this, make it its own episode here very soon, as well as diving into Cortana and the benefits of that. And Reading View is the game changer for education. Being able to streamline everything so smoothly is so nice. And then if you're the tech guys that love the speed, it's obviously has the numbers to show that it's not too shabby. And the other thing that I'll put in the show notes is this link. This just talks about a lot of things that they're doing, but these are very interesting, and we'll take a look at these here in some future episodes as well. So that's just a very small glimpse into Microsoft Edge, of how to start to use and expand your use of Microsoft Edge to make it not just an optional browser, but the mandatory browser that everybody wants to use. This is Coffee Jug. Looking forward to sharing many more episodes on Microsoft Edge. If you got ideas, tips, ways that you use Edge, ways you find it helpful, please leave a comment. I'd love to incorporate those in the future episodes. And until next time, take care, keep pushing the boundaries, and keep pushing your own learning. Have a great day, everybody.